should ask the conductor of the train to arrange for the train to stop to allow them to alight. Smoking is not allowed.
Plastics in the ocean have become a real problem, and it's very noticeable here. You walk straight past and just see all the lovely driftwood, but when you look really closely, all the little bits and pieces, so there's a plastic ball here, there's bits of styrofoam, here's a tiny bit of broken blue plastic, and the closer you look, the smaller the plastics get. There's a tiny piece of styrofoam there, and all of this is polluting the ocean and getting into the wildlife here. The sort of bits that really annoy me as well are the plastic cups and things, which we can completely avoid. Now, I haven't put down the sort of scientific way of doing things and having a square metre here, but I think if I literally looked in a square metre of this driftwood, we'd find hundreds of pieces of tiny bits of plastic all broken up. So looking here, there's lots of stuff we could actually do away with. We don't need to use them. There's a single-use plastic cup, and that's just going to drift around in the sea until it breaks up into more and more tiny bits of plastic. More styrofoam. I think that's the end of a cotton bud or cotton tip or ear stick we called them when I was a kid. And the closer you get in to the driftwood, the more just little tiny bits you find everywhere. And this is what's really polluting the ocean and causing real problems to the marine life. And this is just one beach in Wales. So as I pan the camera across these bits of driftwood at the high tide mark, just see if you can pick out how many pieces of plastic there are here. And the beach itself's really clean, but it was really noticeable just how much plastic waste there was. And I don't know if I haven't noticed it before, but my impression is this is far worse than it was when I was a kid playing on the beach. So give it some thought, and as you're around today, around the school and back at home, just have a look at all the plastics that you use, and particularly the single-use plastics, and whether you really think they're necessary. Because what's going to happen to them when you've finished with them and thrown them out? The likelihood is they could easily end up here on a beach or out in the middle of the ocean somewhere, polluting the sea and causing endless problems to the marine life. And this is not just a problem anywhere else in the world, it's becoming an increasing problem in the UK too. So, just from these shots, I hope you agree that plastics, and especially single-use plastics, are a real problem. I hope you'll help us reduce them by thinking about whether you really need to use all these single-use items, and then there'll be less plastic coming to a beach near you.